how fast do you think you could find a fake Martin? If you had 24 hours, could you make it happen?
Oh, that's funny. There it is.
I did it in about 10 minutes. And this wasn't even me cheating. This was on eBay. This is a full-blown fake Martin D-45. So let's go back in time a couple months, and I want to show you how I wound up with this guitar. And then in this video, I want to talk about, gosh, why does this exist? Why is this so easy to find? What does it mean for other Martin guitars? And why is no one really seeming to stop this from existing? One of the most pervasive problem guitars are fake Martin D-45s. And I love Martin guitars. I've spent so much of my life obsessing over them, thinking about them, reading about them, studying them. And I'm seeing fake ones all the time, every day. They get popped up all over the place. A lot of pawn shops have them. And so it's made me wonder, how hard would it be to actually find a fakie? And the answer is about 5 minutes. I went to eBay. I typed in Martin D-45 replica. This one came up. There were 4 or 5 options. I then sent them a message and said, hey, what's the best you can do on them? And they sent me this picture, which, as you can tell, is a very obvious CF Martin vertical logo, but they had used like the highlighter tool in like your operating software to show it. And they said, I hope you can, whatever they said. I ordered it. It cost me like $317 by the time shipping came in. And it says that it will ship. It's going to ship. Today's February 24th. It's saying that it'll be here somewhere between, oh boy, somewhere between April 2nd and Tuesday, May 6th. So it's like 2 months, up to 4 months. So anyway, buckle in. Let's see if this thing, is it at all passable? Is this, gosh, I know what this is going to be like, but I'm excited to make this video. So to pay for this, make sure you like this video, that you're subscribed, and you share with your Martin guitar-loving friends, because I think all of us need a world in which there are not fake Martins. I think these are bad for everyone. Even the people that are like, what's it hurting? It sounds good. No, it's hurting because it's not made in the US. It's not a Martin. It's not up to quality. This one literally says Korean pine top. I mean, pine sounds great in Telecasters, but not on beautiful acoustic guitars. So it'll, let's see how this goes. It'll be a couple months from now. Okay. Yes. I did order, yeah, it's a guitar. I ordered it through eBay. All right, well, okay. I'll keep an eye out. I'll let you know if it doesn't get here in a week or so. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so the guitar made it in the US, made it through customs, but it does seem like something got hung up, so maybe it doesn't have a label. They said they filled out the customs form, and the tracking number only got it to the customs office, so maybe they bought a label just for that. But they said that they expect that it should be here. So it was in Texas, it was in Dallas, so that's not far. Usually Dallas is the next day for me, just outside New Orleans. So okay, we'll see if this thing shows up. It showed up in taped up styrofoam. Is this, I mean, it's hard for me to even believe that there's a guitar in here. So far, the answer to the question, how hard is it to get a fake Martin D-45? Pretty stinking easy. So let's open this thing up, let's look at it. First reactions, and then let's see if it is anywhere close to being good, and also if it is anywhere close to being believable. And then at the end, I'll talk about why are these out there? Why are they so easy to find? Why are they out there? And why is no one seeming to really do anything about it? What? Oh. So they shipped this without
Look at that. I mean, that's cool. So it's all these Chinese stamps. So they just shipped it with the customs form. So that makes sense that they didn't. Okay, so they did pay for postage, but look at that. It's like they paid for it with stamps and then they canceled all of these stamps. I mean, it's really, really well packed. I mean, despite being shipped across the world in styrofoam. When I pull this styrofoam off, is it gonna say CF Martin? CF Martin. There's nothing to it but do it, I guess. Oh, that's funny. Funny business. It's clearly, oh, there it is. Look at that. So it's got this black plastic covering it, but look at that. So I'll take the tuners off. I mean, those are some big pearl inlays. Oh, there's some mischief there. I'm going to uncover those here in a second. I mean, that's real abalone. Whatever I thought this guitar was going to be, it is not. So the pickguard is real wrong. Like very fake, very red, very pixelated looking. The bridge is wrong, compensated. I mean, it's better than some, but still pretty rough. All right, let's flip this thing over and look at the back. Oh, there's like a burn through the finish. Oh, there we go. And a real scarf joint, look at that. But it has a volute, that's crazy. So you see that? There's like a little burn through the finish. I don't know what that is. That's a pretty piece of rosewood. I doubt that it's solid. There's something inside the sound hole. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Martin D-45, made in the USA. That was just taped inside the top. Here we go. Oh, look at that. There it is. So use medium gauge or lighter strings only. Oh, it's covered up too, but look, okay, so there's the truss rod has that sticker, but down here, there's another piece of that veneer that needs to come off. No, that one's easy. Oh, it's just like tape. We should check that serial number. I mean, this guitar has, it's like a solid cedar top. The listing said that this was Korean pine. I don't think that's true, but last thing, let's look at the bridge plate. How does it sound? Lots of intonation problems. Because it's still...
let's go looking for some buzzes. So that's how this guitar sounds. Now, I don't have another Martin, but let me just, for comparison's sake, here is what a real all solid wood American-made guitar should sound like and can sound like. This is a 2009 Husson Dalton TDM. Is it a good guitar? That is a complicated question. I'll start with a hard and fast no. It's not a good guitar because it is a lie. It is a misdirection. It is, this is made to mislead buyers and to conceal it through the shipping and customs process. This is made by a company that is not Martin Guitar, and they are making this for the purpose of misleading people. What is this guitar? Well, it is a solid, looks like a cedar top to me. They have confirmed that it is laminate back and sides. I mean, it's really surprisingly pretty and good. This guitar is supposed to be a Martin D-45. Things that are good on this guitar. The bridge, well, okay, let's talk about the top. The top is surprisingly good quality. It looks really pretty. The abalone is probably the most stunning thing on this guitar. It is everywhere. And it's really pretty. I mean, think about if you would buy this from Stu Mack. That's the first thing a guitar building, a luthier friend of mine said. He's like, you could not buy the abalone on that guitar for what you paid for that guitar. Now, obviously, you can't reuse this. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is the tuners. The tuners are, I can almost guarantee that they're fake Grovers. I've never seen Grovers come with that little plastic over the back. That could be, I mean, that could have been other ones, but they are so jangly. When I was taking off that cover off the front of this, which I still need to finish cleaning up better, I probably just need to take tuners all the way off and use something to get that glue. But when I took the bushings and the front of the tuners off, they were all so rattly and so jangly. They work okay as far as tuning. Well, they're not good at tuning. This guitar will not stay in tune, and it's also not intonated correctly. I don't know what's going on. It always has this like honky-tonk saloon kind of sound to it. But yeah, so in the end, this guitar, there are some glaring problems. There are some real issues with this guitar. So for me, what are my big, like, immediate red flags on this guitar? If I didn't know, if I just saw this guitar, and I see these on Facebook Marketplace pretty often, for me, I would say the biggest giveaway for me on the front of the guitar is the pick guard, and then the fact that this is rosewood, not ebony. Those are probably my two, like, immediate, easiest, lowest hanging fruit. The pick guard is just not right. Everything about it, the color, the shape, the location, all of it is wrong. It should be a deep, kind of rich, just better, all around better than this. The bridge should be a beautiful jet black piece of ebony. That's just, I mean, they save the best wood and the best materials for a real D-45. The top should not be cedar. It shouldn't be this color, this kind of golden color. Now, I don't mind it. It's pretty looking. It's better than that sheet of paper look. But for me, that's a big thing. Another one is the saddle. The saddle on this is too thin. It's better than others. Others have been just like a full-on tusk with the notch out of it, you know, that B compensation, which it's a better thing, or it's a really good thing, but it's not how Martin does them, and therefore it's just not right. And okay. Then I go to the headstock. The headstock is always too square. It's too long. There's something, it's right in here. It's this transition for the headstock that is just wrong. There's a piece of binding that comes from the headstock here to the first fret. There's a first fret marker. That's wrong. And then when you get to the back of the neck, to me, this is, if I can see the back of the neck, this is the most telltale. There is a real scarf joint. There should not be a scarf joint on a real Martin D-45 back. There's also a scarf joint down here at the body. They did a better job blending it on the treble side. On the bass side, it's very obvious. The logos are just wrong, and the font is wrong. So the font on the back of the back strip, which was hidden, which is another thing. Like, this was made to be a deception. The back strip is wrong. The font on the back strip for the use medium gauge or lighter strings only, which I don't think they say that currently. I don't have a modern D28 or a modern, standard series to check that against, but I'll double check. The laser, okay, the font is wrong on the logo on the serial number. It is just, it's wrong. It's laser etched and it's burned too deeply. The font is wrong. Everything about it is wrong. So now the next category. Is this guitar believable? Who would believe this guitar? I think that this guitar is for the dreamers and the romantics among us. I think it's for people that they feel like this is the best thing that they can afford. I think there's two audiences for these. I think the first one are people that buy these thinking they are the real thing, or at least hoping, dreaming that they're the real thing, that someone's grandpa got this and it was under the bed and they died and then somebody threw it. Now, there are scoundrels among us that are buying these knowing that they're fake and then are misleading people and taking advantage and defrauding people. That happens or not, but is it believable? I think to someone that wants to believe that this is a real guitar, I think that it could fake out some people. It could fake out enough people that it's a problem. Most people have never seen a real Martin D-45. Most. I would bet very few people really... I have very limited experience with, full-on D-45s. I think that this is... it's the body. If you just had the body, it's real. It's really misleading, and it's really, believable. I think the things that are convincing about this, the quality of the pearl is so confusing to me. They're huge red flags. Bridge, fingerboard, pickguard, red flags. But overall, I could see how somebody could get taken on one of these. I only paid $315 for this. I don't know my plan after this. I'm certainly not going to sell it. I might burn it or shoot it. I don't know. But yeah, it's believable. That's the problem, is that it could fake out some people, and that's all it has to do. It only has to fake out a couple people, and they believe it, and then that gets you in trouble. Okay, why are these so easy to find? I have wanted to make this video for a while, and I thought it would be way harder to find. I literally went to eBay and I typed in fake Martin D-45. Nothing came up because the word fake. As soon as I switched to the word replica Martin D-45, 6 or 8 options popped up, all of them under $300, $300 to $800. And I have since found out, because I got messages and pictures of the shop that is building these guitars in China. And they're trying to do their best, I guess. They're making real guitars. And so it was so easy, shamefully easy. And so I do wonder, why are regulators not helping out with this? Why is Martin not working harder to fix this? Why is eBay making it so easy? eBay is probably the most complicit in this. I did get a phone call from USPS. Well, I double-checked with my attorney before I did this video, bought this guitar, because I wanted to make sure, I'm not in the wrong here. I bought a thing that anybody could buy. And I knew what I was getting. So I was not defrauded. I knew I was buying a thing. But man, it was so easy. Shamefully, annoyingly, insultingly easy. And it doesn't have to be good enough to fake everybody. It just has to fake the dreamers. And that's where it's so sad. It's this guitar is meant to take advantage of the most, it's going to be at the bottom of the price range. But I've seen these guitars. I met a guy last year who bought one of these. He paid $3,200 thinking he was getting half price off a used Martin D-45. And that's 10 times what I paid for this. And gosh, it sounds like a $200 guitar. Like it just... It just sounds like a cam guitar. Oh, okay, it's way too easy. So why is no one seemingly doing anything about this? I think Martin needs to work on it. I think they need to figure out a way. I mean, Gibson got in, or like the fake imitation Gibsons, there was a big bust that you saw in the news a while ago. I don't know if that slowed anything down. I think acoustic guitars get overlooked more than electric guitars. Electric guitars seemingly have more press. So I think acoustic guitars, but I mean, this is builders from China using an American selling platform, eBay, to defraud Americans out of an American-made product and an American-made company. Just sit with those facts. That's crazy. Oh, man. So, what can we do about it? By the time they show up on Facebook Marketplace, they're usually, somebody bought it, somebody sold it, and now it's somebody that probably thinks that they have a real thing. Or it's, I don't even know what to believe. Is it the kids of the person? That's the story here most often. This was my grandpa's old guitar. He sat it under the bed and never played it. And now I don't know anything about guitars. I just need to sell this thing. I just don't know what to believe with these. But I ask people, what dealer did you get these guitars from? Because anyone that's buying a real Martin D-45, they know that they worked with Elderly from the jump, or they worked with Eddie's Guitars, or they worked with Casino Guitars. They have a relationship. Like, people don't spend over $10,000 without a relationship with that dealer, 95% of the time. So if they don't know which dealer they got it from, or if they say that they just got it online, red flag, red flag. So then I think you need to figure it out. You need to either report it as fraudulent, they're selling these things, and sometimes Facebook or sometimes these platforms will take them down. But I feel like we are largely powerless on an individual basis. And I hate that. I want to be in charge of the good and the bad in my own sphere of influence. But this is, I mean, it is a multi-level, multifaceted problem that people don't seem to be fixing. So unfortunately, that's where I leave this video. It was shamefully easy to buy this guitar. They even told me that it was what I thought it was. There was a blip that I thought maybe this guitar isn't actually going to be it. I thought it wasn't going to say Martin, but it for sure. That was the biggest thing. And then the fact that they went to so much specific effort to stop that it was shipped in a way that it doesn't say Martin on the front, it doesn't say Martin on the inside because there's stuff taped over it. And then they put a label inside the guitar in a little baggie that you could put on the inside of the guitar. So if you've bought one of these and you thought it was real, I'm really sorry. I hope this video was helpful for you in at least finding them, but you probably know that by now. If you're considering buying a Martin D-45, and it just seems too good to be true, I hope that this video shows you. If it has Grovers, if it has a big square headstock, if it has a first fret marker, if it has a scarf joint on the back of the neck, please be careful, be cautious when buying this. And if you're a lowlife who is using these guitars to sell and defraud people, shame on you. I hope the cops find you soon. I hope that you get the full weight of what you're doing, that you're hurting people, you are defrauding people. There are some people that will say, who does it really hurt? I'm not buying a Martin. It's just a good guitar. It's not a good guitar. It doesn't sound good. Listen to this thing. Like, it just doesn't sound good. So if you want a good sounding guitar for $200, $300, you got some great choices out there. An Eastman PCH sounds great. The Alvarez 8030 and 8060 both sound killer. There are really good options. Yamaha has lots of good options. So have a backbone, have integrity, own a guitar that is made by the people that are on the headstock. So anyway, tell me in the comments what I should do with this guitar. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video. I can't let it out into the world. That is unethical for me. I think this thing needs to end. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy. This is Guitar Hunter. This has been the fakest fake Martin D-45. Don't get got. Go get.